What up, YouTube?
It's
the
the
Ways. And I'm Tia, and today we're back with another video. Okay, you're good.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on that post notification so you get notified every time she posts a new video. Enjoy her makeup.
It's Way Back Wednesday. Okay.
Hey, let's go.
And today we're gonna get into this awesome little gem that I think that I found, which is by BH Cosmetics, and it is the Los Angeles palette. This was part of their travel series, and I've been wanting to play with this palette and bring it to you on this Way Back Wednesday. I did get it for a nice little deal, but you can find it on the BH Cosmetics website as well. This is what she looks like. It's a very colorful, it's very like pastel-y leaning, but some of these shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. So if you want to see the Los Angeles palette by BH Cosmetics in its true beautifulness on this Way Back Wednesday, then definitely please keep watching. Oh, and don't forget to throw up your W's. I get, you know, with Jada, she like, anyways, during the intro, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang. Like she said, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be updated every time I load a new video. Now let's get into these swatches. Lego. Here are the swatches of the Los Angeles palette by BH Cosmetics. I do apologize that this is not in natural lighting. Yes, I was slacking on my pimping. Okay, but these are still some beautiful shades, and I think that you can see the glory in these mattes, these pastel-y mattes, and these amazing metallic shimmers. I will get my life together in the next video. Yes, so I'm excited to play in this palette. You've already seen the swatches. One thing that really gets me about this palette are these shimmers. Like, at first I was like, because there's no depth in here. But when I really look at these shimmers, I'm like, I can pull depth from another palette because these just look fantastic. And I've never really dabbled in the BH Cosmetics formula, so I'm really excited to see what this palette brings. I actually already have my whole face done, like base complexion wise, besides a blush and powder. So I will go over everything that I use towards the end of this video once we get this first look done, but I just want to jump right in. Yes, let's see. For one, I have to say, by far, this is one of my favorite palettes when it comes to the names. We have 90210. Yes, I am a 90s baby. Well, I'm an 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s. Okay. We have LAX, which is the airport, Rodeo Drive, Sunset Boulevard, City of Angels. Okay, who's ready for that game CD about to come out in a couple days? I think tomorrow, actually. So I'm really excited about that. The Hills. You know, there's just a lot. The 405, which I believe is a freeway, Melrose. I'm just a California type of chick. I'm from Sacramento, so LA is definitely one of my favorite places. And here you have the star for the famous stars, and it has the BH logo in the middle. It doesn't have a mirror, but I'm okay with that. So I brought you a little closer. I don't know if you need to be closer. Let's see. Hi. All right, there you are. So I want to go into this color called 90210. Yes, this bright pink. And this is just a fluffy brush by Crown. And what we're going to do, I think I'm going to do this eye. I did prep my eyelid with my MAC paint pot in Contemplated State. So that's what I have on my eye to prep my eye. And for my brows, I went in with my Fenty Beauty Brow MVP. And this is in black brown. So that's what I have on my eyes. I actually didn't clean up with concealer on the top part of my eyes, but I'll definitely go over what I did use in a little bit. So yeah, okay, so 90210, and I'm just gonna take that on this fluffy. Ooh, look at the pigment though. Yes, I kind of want to do a two-tone crease type situation, so I'm taking it in the front part. And this is kind of a softer brush, but it does have a little stiffness to it. Let me also get my little handheld mirror. Look at that color. Wow, I really like it. And it is like, yeah, pastel-y vibes. And I'm here for it. I like that. I only have a couple pastel palettes. Like, actually, that ABH palette that I just used in my last Way Back Wednesday, I feel is kind of a pastel palette, honestly. Wow, that is so pretty. I really love this type of pink, kind of bubblegummy, pastel-y goodness. Very pretty. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to clean off the brush with my Sigma Color Switch. You see I kind of went halfway through, and I'm going to go into Runyon Canyon, which is this brown type shade, and just quote my brush in that. And then I'm going to just place this on the outside corner. So, okay, I didn't expect that color to do nothing. Okay, dang it. It's the color of my eyelid, pretty much. So it's not doing too much. And looking at this palette, there is nothing deeper to deepen up this look. So everything's a very bright. I don't know if that's giving it better justice of the color story there. So I'm just going to continue to kind of maneuver this in here. And that will just have to be what it is. I could hop into another palette, but this series is to use the one palette and show you different looks that you could do. What I probably should have done is, I mean, I still like the contrast of it looking like just brown on the outside and then the pink on the inside. But, and if you're lighter, you probably will get more, obviously, payoff with this tone. I could have also used a brighter base to try to make this color pop. Alright, I'm going to clean off my brush again, and I'm going to go back. There is a little, kind of some pickup in the pan, but I'm okay with that. Just tap it off. I'm going to go back into 90210. Man, who remembers 90210 though? Dylan? What? Yes, I love 90210 back in the day. If you missed it, and Meryl's Place, and that's one of the, oh, it's just Meryl's, but Meryl's Place was a really popular show back then. I don't know if I'd call them soap operas because they were at night, but yes, Brenda. Who else? Was it Kelly? No, Jenny? I think her name is Jenny, the blonde. I'm not positive. I forgot, but that was the show. Okay, cleaning off one more time. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. So now I guess I'm going to go into some shimmer. I am loving this color right here called Rodeo Drive. It's like a gold, but it has like this antique-y type of vibe going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place this all over the lid. Mostly in the back part. That was my plan. Not knowing that that brown wasn't going to do anything. So just kind of taking on the back part of the lid and bringing it 3/4 to the inside of the lid. And I'm just taking a crown brush, which is a flat, fluffy type of brush. I didn't even spray it. That is a pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to take the brush I had previously with Run Canyon and just blend out that shade with the brown. So everything is really seamless. Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna go back into Rodeo Drive a little bit. I love this color. It kind of has a green vibe to it too. But more of that antique type gold. I love that. And I don't really think I have a color like that in my collection. I am getting some fallout, which is why I like to do my shadows first. But that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to clean off this brush, and then I want to go into this color called The Hills, which is like this pinky, silvery, shimmery shade. Has kind of a silver vibe to it. So this being a little bit more warm, kinda, with this cool tone, pink. And for this one, I am gonna spray my brush. So any spray you have. I like to use this for Solly one because I don't like to spray it on my face. And we're just going to drop this on the inner part of the eye. Like so, kind of patting. I like this brush for shimmers actually. Blend it over into Rodeo Drive, The Hills. Who remembers the show The Hills though? That one was a popular one for a while. And like that girl, Lauren Conrad, who was on The Hills, she has her own like clothing line sold at Kohl's and jewelry. She does everything. I have a pair of flip-flops. That's really pretty. I like it because it's like a pastel-y vibe going on. And I'm here for it. I'm going to take a little bit more, not spraying it. I actually think I like these shimmers and not sprayed. Very good. I'm going to take that brush that I had the mattes on, clean it off, go back into 90210 and just brighten up in here. Alright, so this is what we're working with. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face. We'll do underneath our eyes together. Actually, let's do that real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more concealer. So I do have some fallout and I already put on concealer. I'm just going to take a little bit. Today I used a sponge. Who am I to do my face? But this is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer and this is in Maple. I've been loving that. Now I'm just going to kind of like pat over. I didn't put powder down yet, so I'm just going to pat over this, and then I'm going to go ahead and set underneath my eyes with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I have it listed below, and number 2. Look at me, hitting pan. And while I'm here, I didn't really set my face or anything. I'm just going to set, just so you can see how wonderful this powder is. Like, it just blurs. It's just freaking phenomenal. I'll just go on 1/2. I don't want to do a whole bunch because the foundation I have on is matte and I really don't like it with powder. So now let's go ahead and finish the bottom part of the eye. I'm going to go into this color right here, a Bot Kenny. It's like a purple, bright purple, and I'm going to place this underneath the eye and see what it do. I don't know, we'll just practicing, try something new. That looks cool, kind of like just, I don't know, it's giving me Easter vibes, this palette, but I think that this is a nice summery palette. I'm just going to put a little more. But in the spring, I think that this would be an awesome palette too. Okay, so I just threw that purple underneath, kind of smoking it a little bit. I actually like it. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take a pencil type brush and I'm going to go back into Rodeo Drive because I love that color so much, which is the antique type of gold. I'm going to spray it again and I'm going to draw this on top of the purple. Going about 3/4 of the way as well. And then take that purple brush and just blend that. So there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going to take with my finger the Hills, which was the inner corner shade, and I'm going to pop this in my inner corner with my finger. Yes, I love this. It's so different. It actually wasn't what I had in mind, but I'm glad we went here. I think it looks really pretty. So let me go ahead and even out the other eye. Let me finish my face and I will bring you the final look. All right, y'all, this is the final look using the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette, and I am feeling this look. I love how everything came together. All the colors are very bright and vibrant. I am in love with that color Rodeo Drive. I think I want to bathe in it. Okay, yes, I think it's that color, and I just love this look. I love how it all came together. I love how vibrant it is. It's a very pastel-y, springy type of vibes, but I definitely feel like it can totally go summer vibes as well. So I hope you like this look. If you're feeling it, go ahead and drop me a pink heart in the comments, okay? But let me tell you how I wrapped up this look. So first, okay, so for concealer, you know I went in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in Maple. I set my eyes, like I said, with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. For my foundation, I went in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and this is in 5W2, which is Rich Caramel. Yes. And then, oh, for my primer, going backwards, I did use the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer. I really like that. I wanted something hydrating as I was going to put on, ooh, I have a hair, as I was going to put on the Double Wear Foundation. So I really like how this is looking, and I just powdered in like my T-zone type area. I went in with my NARS Cream Laguna Blush in Laguna 04. I am loving this. If you see my NARS takeover, okay, this was a hit, and I definitely think it's still amazing. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. What else? For my blush, I went in with the Ofra Cosmetics little blush palette here, and I use this color and blended them together for my cheek blush, and it's called Charm Your Cheeks. It's a mini mix palette with a lot of pinks in it. And for my highlighter, I went in with my favorite highlighter, which is Cookie by Benefit Cosmetics, just because I like the frosty effect, and I thought it went really good with that color, the Hills, that I put on my eye. So, and it matches my shirt. So I went in with Cookie. And finally, for my lips, I just topped it off with some gloss because I kind of feel like it's airy and vibrant, and yeah. So I went in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fussy to wrap up the lips. Yes, I love this look. I hope you liked it. But, oh, one other thing. Mascara, sorry. Essence Lash Princess, my chick. Went in with that on my lashes. So I hope you like this look. Let's get into look number 2. Let's get into the second look using the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette. I am feeling this palette. I think I mentioned earlier, these shimmers are freaking amazing. So I really want to play with Rush Hour, because it's gorgeous, but there's a lot of peachy tones in here. So we're gonna see what happens. Maybe I can do a mixture of the two, and yeah, so that's what I think I'm gonna try to do, because both of the shimmers that I'm intrigued by, these two, my camera's probably washing it out, but these both have gold undertones, plus I have this gold shimmer here. I'd bring you more looks using this palette. I kind of want to use the white. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I had to think for a second. Still a little confused. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do a two-tone monochromatic type of look and then throw Rush Hour where I want to because I want to. So I'm going to take WeHo. It's called WeHo. I'm not a... Okay, let me be quiet. So I'm just going to take this. This is a Refer 27. And I'm just going to take this in the beginning part of the eye, kind of like I did the pink on the other eye. Look at that peach. I love it. Okay. And these colors blend out very nicely. I don't need to go all the way through the crease. I think I'm going to stop it there because I'm going to do another tone and just bring it along the bottom lid, inner part of the bottom lid, like so. That is a pretty color. I really like the mattes in here. Like, I feel like you could just throw them on and go. So okay, let's go to the 405. I just cleaned off my brush with my Sigma color switch, and I'm gonna see if I get any different tone out here. Yeah, it makes it a little deeper. Peach. They kind of have a pinky peachy tone to them, which I'm not mad at, because if I like a pink, I like the pink that I did yesterday, or I like peachy pink tones, kind of like the shimmer here too. Sunset Boulevard is like a peachy pink gold, which I do like those tones. I don't have my face on yet. I'm looking a little glowy or whatever, because this primer I'm using is very glowy. That e.l.f. Matte Cooling Primer, Gel Primer. Okay, so we're just doing like a half sideways triangle in this V over here, and blend it into the inside. Pretty. I think that gives enough contrast to give a little depth, since this palette really doesn't have a lot of depth. Okay. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, that's pretty. I might just have to bring you 3 looks, okay, with this palette. That's what I'm thinking it's coming down to, because I really want to use Rush Hour, but I don't think it's going to work in this particular look. So, yeah, we'll probably just save that. I don't know how we're feeling. I might just do this look. It just depends on my vibe. Okay. So I'm going to take off, clean off my Refer 27 and just blend this so it's more seamless in the front here. Okay. Then I'm going to take like a small little brush. This is a Morphe M506. And I'm going to go into the color Starstruck, which is this gold here at the top. And I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. You know, I don't like to go all the way in, just the outside of my brow bone. It's a true gold. That's really pretty. I know my brows look a little shiny. I'm going to throw powder on them in a little bit. I'm just taking the Refer with nothing on it and just making sure that's blended. It's a pretty color. Alright, so then, just so we can use as many as possible and kind of the vibe that I'm going for, I switched it up because I really wanted to use Rush Hour. But anyways, I'm going to go into Sunset Boulevard, which is that pinky peach that I did show you on my hand. And I'm just going to drop this on the outer part of the lid. Not going all the way over, but just like halfway. Kind of where the darker part of that pinky peach color. Let me use this shimmer. I'm using a Refer 28. This is a pretty pink. Look at that. It has gold in it too. And just like that. That's really, really pretty. I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to go into the color Malibu, which is this gold, beautiful, peachy color, peachy gold color. I love it. We're going to drop that on the inner part of the lid. Ugh. I like these colors because they're soft. They're like playful, fun colors. They're like neon vibes. So I really like them. They like look like they're going to give a lot of punch. They give just enough shimmer, sparkle, with still being kind of, I don't want to say natural, but kind of natural. Dang, we played with a lot of colors in this eye, but it doesn't look like too much. And that's how I felt about the other eye I did yesterday, or the beginning eye, which was my yesterday. I didn't feel like, even though I had so many colors on my lid, it didn't look like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm going to go back into Sunset Boulevard just to blend. I did notice I like these drier than wet. I am getting some fallout too, so that's why I didn't do my face first today. Gonna go back and reinforce Malibu, which is the peachy gold in the front. I think it's pretty. I just feel like I got the same vibe I kind of got from yesterday's look. Granted, I did the same kind of situation besides the gold highlight up in here. That's okay. I wanted that kind of pop of something else. I'm just going to take a little bit of WeHo and blend. Yeah. Okay, let me finish my face. This is kind of what we're working with. Probably going to do a bit of the same colors on the bottom lash line to mimic what I did on the top, just to make it real easy, and we'll throw in an inner corner highlight. So I'll be back to show you the final look. Yes, so this is the final look using the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette, and I have to say I absolutely love how both of my looks came out in this video. Let me tell you how I wrapped up this look, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to bring you one more using this palette, just so I can really get my full thoughts on it. I think I already know how I feel, but it's so fun to play in this pastel, soft, shimmery goodness of a palette. So let me just tell you how I wrapped up this look. I pretty much used all the same products, but for my cheeks I went into my Orgasm X palette, and I used the shade Orgasm X, which I know you can't find this palette unless it goes to a third-party website, but I know you can find this blush by itself, and I love the way it looks. This is the first time using it. I didn't add on a highlighter because it's already given a lot of glow or whatever, so I just kept it like that. For my lips, I switched up a different couple ones, but I like what I went with, which is the NARS Orgasm lip gloss. I think it went with the goldy, peachy, pinky vibes in this eye look, and I think that it is a perfect fit. To wrap up the bottom of my eye look, I went ahead and went in with the 405, which I did on the outside of my lid when I first started. I just dragged that all across my bottom lash line and kind of, you know, smoked it out a little bit. And then I just put Starstruck, which was the gold, in my inner corner. I did spray that color so it is a little bit more vibrant, and that's the color that I also put on my brow bone. So yes. Yeah, and then I ended with my mascara by Lash Princess. Mascara, this green one, and I will have everything listed down below, so if you're interested in checking out any of the products I have on my face, or even this beautiful palette. Y'all, I can't even help myself. I have so much fun playing in this palette that I'm gonna bring you one more look on this Way Back Wednesday, okay, and showcase a different type of look using this palette. So if you want to see this, then definitely please keep watching, and here is look number 3. All right, y'all, let's get into this final look using the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. I'm so excited. Just putting on a little bit of this lip oil by NARS that I'm kind of obsessed with now that I've tried it. Very, very good. Lip oil, not too thick. Hydrates. Looks cute or whatever. Okay. So yeah, let me bring you a little closer. Okay, I brought you a little closer. Hopefully that is good. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I'm going to go into this color called Dreamer, which is like this mint frosty neon green type color. And I'm just going to take this on a fluffy brush by Playing in Makeup by Yolanda, which is a Y211 brush. And which eye do I want to do? This eye is kind of irritating me. I don't know why. So let's just go ahead and go in this with this one. Look at that iciness. I'm just going to take this into the crease. And I didn't put on a very bright base. I just used my Paint Pot by MAC like I did in the last two looks. And you can see how pigmented and neon these colors are, which are so cool. So yeah, we're just gonna drop that into the lid. I had to bring you a third look with this palette because this color that we're gonna use, Rush Hour, is just calling my name and I really want to play with it. So yeah, so it's gonna be kind of a simple look but with a little oomph. So I'm just kind of blending that so it's kind of feathered out into the brow bone. And it looks like kind of like you could just do a one and done type of vibe with this shadow. Actually, all the shadows in this palette kind of bring it down onto the top part of the lid a little bit more. So, and then I'm just going to flick it out. Pretty. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush. This is kind of tapered. Flat brush, kind of like a packer brush, and this is a Y215 brush by Playing in Makeup by Yolanda, and I'm going to go into that color Rush Hour. I want to see how it looks without. Actually, I am going to spray it, guys, because I have done my whole face and I would hate to have any fallout. I'm just going to take this e.l.f. balancing spray, these like e.l.f. sprays that I have, which honestly, I really like. I enjoy them just for like throughout the day and just want to like revive my face. So I sprayed a little bit. We're just going to drop that on. Oh, look at that. I hope it's showing. It's kind of monochromatic. I wasn't sure how this color was going to blend with the green Dreamer. But oh yes, and I think these are perfect names. Dreamer. Everybody goes to LA because they have some type of dream, if they're not from there, to become famous or, you know, that kind of thing. I would be a dreamer because I would be a beach bum that thinks that I could just live on the beach for the rest of my life and do nothing. So it depends on what you dreaming about. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop down the lid, and then Rush Hour, as you know, probably LA has the worst freaking traffic, and their freeways are so confusing. I don't know if it's as bad as I'm gonna say it's worse than New York, to be honest with you. I love this color, and the minty just gave it more of a green effect, but I also see the blue, and then there's some gold, and I'm just kind of patting and swiping this onto the lid. I freaking love that color. Then I'm gonna take the bigger blending brush and just blend this out. I don't care if it goes into the blue, the shimmer goes into Dreamer. Just kind of want it to look more seamless. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take another flat type brush. Let me see. Yeah, like a smudger type brush. This is from Lunar Magic. And I want to go into the color The Abbey. I don't know what that's really referencing. I guess I could have done some research. I'm just going to drop this in the front part of the eye. This matte white. Oh, and look how it like shifted that color. That Dreamer color. We're just gonna blend. I want to bring it as like an inner corner highlight, but really kind of bring it in here and saturate it as well, just to brighten up the eye and give it a little bit more dimension. And kind of bring it onto the lid a little bit right here. Wow. And then I'm gonna take my fluffy brush that had Dreamer on it, add a little bit more, and just blend so everything is kind of cohesive. Nice. I hope this video is not out of focus the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna bring this color, the white, down on the lower lash line, just in the front part there, with the same brush. I've already put on concealer and powder, and I've also done my foundation, so there's that. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I'm going to go into Dreamer. Look how vibrant that color is. And run it along the bottom lash line into the white. I'm loving this. It's a very bright, it's very vibrant, but I'm here for it. Clean off my color switch again. Go back into Abby, and just make sure this is all blended. Wow, that is something. Okay, so this is kind of where we're at. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to also take this fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to keep it matte on the bottom, I think. Wow. Very bright, but I am feeling it. Wait until I add some liner, add some mascara, and we'll wrap up this look. So I will be right back. Yes, so this is the final look using the BH Lost in Los Angeles palette. I hope I've been saying Lost in Los Angeles through this whole video. If I have not, Lost in Los Angeles palette. I, for one, am obsessed with this look, and I am obsessed with this palette. This is a 16 pan palette, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. But before we get into this palette, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how I finished off this look. So for my cheeks, I just stuck with my NARS bronzer because we got a lot going on the eyes, okay? I did put my Cookie highlighter on just to give me a little extra glow up in here or whatever, okay? For my eyes, I just went in with the Sephora Collection Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, and this is a waterproof eyeliner, and it's a Black Matte 01. So I did that inside of my waterline and went up a little bit inside of my eye. Wrapped it up with my Essence Lash Mascara that I did in every look. And for my lips, I kept it kind of neutral and went in with the NYX or NYX. This is Milky Gloss, and it's in Milk the Cocoa, which I thought was fitting, kind of a nude. You could go pink nude, but I just like the browner toned nudes. But yeah, this look is a lot. It's minty. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this color, Rush Hour. I love the tones in here. And just so you know also, I took Runyon Canyon, which is the brown color that looks like my skin tone, and just blended out the edges of Dreamer, just so it didn't look so harsh and whatnot. Can't really tell because it's literally the color of my skin, but I absolutely love how this look came out. I love the matte white in there. It just gave it a whole different vibe. Any one of these colors with that matte white would look awesome. So what do I rate this palette? Well, first off, I gotta say, I love every single shimmer in here. I love that this is a neon palette. You can still get this on the BH Cosmetic website. I did get it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls at a discounted price, but I would totally buy this palette at full price, especially now being able to review it. These colors are absolutely gorgeous. These shimmers are out of this world to me. I think that they have different dimensions to them, and just gorgeous color. You've seen the swatches, but Rodeo Drive and Rush Hour definitely do something to me, which is this color, and then the one we put on our lid today. So what would I rate this BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette? I'm giving this a 9. I'm giving this a 9. Yes, come through. And the reason why I'm giving this a 9, I'm giving it a 9 as a neon, or a pastel, I should say. Pastel palette. I'm giving it a 9 as a pastel palette. Granted, I can't really deepen anything up with this palette. I think it's a great companion palette if you want darker tones, but you want some neons and you want some really pretty shimmers. I think that this is definitely a go-to palette. I do not have colors like this in my collection that are so vibrant on my skin tone. I do have another pastel palette that I am going to compare to this one eventually, but I don't have anything that's popping like this one that I can say off the top of my hand. So I definitely think it is a staple to have in your collection. Go get you one, especially, and it's not even just good for the price point, like it's just good. And so for it to have the price point that it does have, which I want to say it's like 15, 18 bucks on BH Cosmetics website, it's totally worth it. 9 for this palette. Yay! So I hope you like this Way Back Wednesday. Gave you some nice pastel, bright vibes in this with this palette. I think every look that I came up with, I just felt so beautiful afterwards, looking at myself in the mirror and looking at my eyes. I just felt happy, and this was so much fun to play with. So if you like this look, go ahead and drop a green heart or a minty heart in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this Way Back Wednesday. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang. Okay, go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe of this look, any of these looks, this channel. Free 99. Okay, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be updated every time I load a new video. Leave me a comment. Do you have this palette? Are you gonna run out and get it? Is it on your wish list? Yeah, I want to know how you guys feel about this palette and what your thoughts are on it, but I absolutely love it. So I'm glad that we were able to experience it together. Oh, also shout out to Nipsey Hussle from LA, who just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later. Have a blessed day. Peace.